Listen to me right now. This is US MintX, and what I'm about to tell you could literally change your life. There are old nickels hiding in plain sight, sitting in junk drawers, pockets, and cash registers, and people are spending them every single day without knowing they're flushing away a silent fortune. I'm talking about war nickels that look ordinary, dirty, even ugly. But collectors are secretly paying over $300,000 for them. Do not spend these coins. These coins equal hidden wealth. Check your pocket now, because if you have one of these, you're holding a fortune. Nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want these coins. These old coins are big treasures, and each one I'm about to show you is bigger, rarer, and more shocking than the last. Stay till the end, because the final coin is a life-changing opportunity, and missing it could be the most expensive mistake you ever make. Now let me slow this down for just 1 second, because coin number 1 is dangerous to ignore. Coin number 1. This is the 1942 war nickel with the P mint mark. And if you've ever seen one with dark black and brown spotting, even strange green dots on the reverse, I need you to hear me clearly right now. Do not spend this coin. What looks like wear, what looks like damage, what looks like a throwaway nickel is actually quiet wealth hiding in plain sight. And this exact coin in very fine condition has shocked the market at $476,000. This is not fiction. This is real auction shock, and collectors are fighting for this coin behind closed doors. The moment you pick this coin up, there's a weight to it that feels different. Not just physically, but emotionally. This nickel was born in 1942, one of the most intense years in United States history. America was under extreme pressure. World War II was ripping through the economy. Factories were shifting overnight, metals were being rationed, and the US Mint was forced into emergency production conditions. Nickel, the metal, was suddenly too valuable for weapons and armor, so the Mint changed everything. That stress, that chaos, that rush is exactly why this coin exists, and exactly why surviving examples are so rare. This war nickel is made from a completely different composition than regular nickels. Instead of the normal alloy, it contains silver. Real silver. 35% silver blended with copper and manganese, struck fast, under pressure, with no room for perfection. The result is a coin that ages differently, tones differently, and reacts to the environment in a way collectors obsess over. That's where those black and brown surfaces come from. That's where the eerie green dots on the reverse can appear. And here's the part most people get wrong. Those colors are not damage. They're original toning. They are fingerprints of history. Clean this coin and you destroy it. Clean it and you erase hundreds of thousands of dollars instantly. Never clean this coin, ever. Look at the design. On the obverse, you've got Thomas Jefferson, but his portrait on wartime strikes feels sharper, more serious, almost tense. The reverse shows Monticello, but on this coin, above it, sits the oversized P mint mark. That P is everything. It screams that this coin was struck under wartime authority at the Philadelphia Mint, using emergency metals during a national crisis. That single letter is why collectors stop breathing when they see it. No P, no fortune. A P with the right surfaces, the right toning, the right originality. That's when quiet wealth becomes life-changing money. Physically, this coin feels solid. It weighs exactly 5 grams, but because of the silver content, it rings differently when handled. The diameter is 21.2 millimeters, the thickness is about 1.95 millimeters, and the edges feel just slightly softer than later nickels. That softness is part of why survival is so rare. These coins were spent hard. They circulated aggressively. They were ignored, abused, melted, lost, and tossed. Very fine condition survivors with original surfaces are ghosts. That's why collectors hold them tight and don't sell. Supply is shrinking. Demand is exploding. This detail changes everything. Now let's talk about those spots again, because this is where people accidentally lose fortunes. Black, brown, even green spotting on a war nickel can be a sign of untouched originality. Collectors want that antique look. They want proof the coin hasn't been messed with. Once someone cleans it, polishes it, or scrubs it trying to make it shiny, the value collapses. Professional grading is critical. Without it, the market doesn't trust the coin. With it, bidding gets quiet, and then violent. This is not fiction. Auctions for coins like this don't feel loud. They feel tense. People stop talking. Numbers jump fast. And suddenly, a nickel becomes a six-figure silent fortune. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The sharpness of Jefferson's eye. The steps on Monticello. The texture of the fields. The way the toning flows instead of sitting flat. The placement and strength of that P mint mark. These micro details separate a $5 mistake from a $476,000 treasure. And here's the scary part. People are accidentally spending these every day. They're sitting in inherited jars, estate boxes, old rolls, and nobody checks closely enough. Stay till the end of this series, because what comes next is even bigger. If you find this coin, do not spend it. Say it with me. Do not spend this coin. Put it somewhere safe. Do not clean it. Respect the toning. Let professionals handle it. Patience is golden here. Rushing destroys value. Fear destroys value. Knowledge creates quiet wealth. Right now, this 1942p war nickel in very fine condition with original black, brown, and green toning is valued around $476,000. That's serious money. That's a life-changing opportunity. That's hidden wealth people are losing every single day without realizing it. This coin is special. This coin is dangerous to ignore. This coin changes everything. And listen closely, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more expensive. If you think this nickel is wild, what's coming next will make you question every coin you've ever touched. Don't go anywhere. Next up, do not blink, because this is where things get dangerous to ignore. Coin number 2 is the 1943 war nickel with the US mint mark. And this one is the definition of a silent fortune. If you've ever seen a nickel with strange light green layers across the surface and thought something was wrong with it, I need you to hear this loud and clear right now. Do not spend this coin. What looks ordinary, even questionable, is actually hidden wealth that collectors are quietly paying $472,000 for. This is not fiction. This is real money, real auctions, real people losing life-changing opportunities because they didn't know what they were holding. The year 1943 was pressure, pure pressure. America was fully locked into World War II. The economy was stretched tight, metals were rationed aggressively, and the US Mint was operating under non-stop stress. Everything was about speed, survival, and sacrifice. That chaos created mistakes, anomalies, and coins that were never meant to last. This is one of them. The 1943 war nickel with the US Mint mark was struck in San Francisco under brutal conditions using a silver-based alloy that was only meant to exist temporarily. Temporary coins rarely survive. That's why this one is special. That's why collectors are fighting for it. This coin is made from a wartime composition of 35% silver blended with copper and manganese. That silver content is the reason these nickels age differently. It's why you see those eerie light green layers forming naturally over decades. That color isn't damage. It's history reacting with time. It's untouched originality. And originality is everything. Clean this coin and you destroy it. One wipe, one polish, one bad decision, and hundreds of thousands of dollars vanish instantly. Never clean this coin, ever. When you hold it, it feels different. It weighs 5 grams, but the feel is softer, warmer, almost alive compared to modern nickels. The diameter is 21.2 millimeters. The thickness sits right around 1.95 millimeters, and the edges show the honest wear of circulation during wartime America. This coin worked for a living. It moved through a stressed economy, hands shaking with uncertainty, spending happening fast. That's why survival is rare. Almost fine condition with original surfaces, that's a miracle. Look at the design. Jefferson on the obverse looks calm, but the strike often shows subtle weakness from rushed production. Collectors look for that balance between wear and originality. On the reverse, Monticello stands strong, and above it is the key, the bold S mint mark. That S tells collectors this coin came from the San Francisco Mint, where wartime humidity, rushed striking, and silver alloy reactions created surfaces you cannot fake today. The light green layering on the reverse is something collectors obsess over. It proves the coin hasn't been messed with. It proves time did the work, not human hands. This detail changes everything. Here's why this coin is dangerous to ignore. Most people see green toning and think corrosion. They panic. They clean it. They spend it. They lose a silent fortune. Advanced collectors see green and stop breathing. They see rarity. They see untouched metal. They see a shrinking supply and rising demand. Auctions for coins like this are quiet but aggressive. No hype, no noise. Just fast jumps in value and collectors holding tight, refusing to sell. Once these disappear into collections, they don't come back out. Condition matters, but originality matters more. Almost fine condition with natural wear tells a real story. It proves the coin lived, survived, and wasn't altered. Cleaned coins are destroyed in the market. Grading is critical. Professional authentication is the difference between being ignored and being fought over. Patience is golden here. Rushing to sell without understanding destroys value. Staying calm creates quiet wealth. Right now, the 1943S Warr nickel with light green original layers is valued around $472,000. That's serious money. That's hidden wealth. That's a life-changing opportunity people are accidentally losing every single day. This coin is a treasure. This coin is special. If you have this coin, you're holding a fortune. And do not go anywhere, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. What's coming next makes this one look tame, and missing it could cost you everything. Stay right here. Next up, do not relax yet, because coin number 3 is where people lose fortunes without ever knowing it. This is the 1944 Warr nickel with the P mint mark, and this coin is one of the most dangerous silent fortunes still hiding in circulation today. If you've ever seen a nickel with deep black and brown spots and thought it was ugly, dirty, or worn out, I need you to stop everything right now. Do not spend this coin. That surface you're ignoring could be worth $468,500. This is not fiction. This is hidden wealth people are accidentally losing every single day. The year 1944 was desperation. The war was still raging. Resources were stretched to the limit, and the US Mint was under relentless pressure to keep coins flowing no matter the cost. Metal shortages hadn't eased. The emergency silver alloy was still in use. Everything was rushed. Everything was stressed. And that pressure created coins that were never meant to survive. The 1944p war nickel came out of the Philadelphia Mint during non-stop wartime production, and survival in collectible condition is shockingly rare. That's why this coin is special. That's why collectors are obsessed with it. This nickel carries the wartime composition that changes everything. 35% silver blended with copper and manganese, struck fast, with little concern for long-term beauty. But time did something incredible. Over decades, untouched examples developed rich black and brown toning that collectors crave. That dark, antique look is not damage. It's proof. Proof the coin hasn't been cleaned. Proof it hasn't been messed with. Clean this coin and you destroy it instantly. One bad decision wipes out a life-changing opportunity. Never clean this coin, ever. Pick it up and you'll feel it. It weighs 5 grams, but the silver content gives it a softer, heavier presence than modern nickels. The diameter is 21.2 millimeters. The thickness sits right around 1.95 millimeters. And the edges tell a story of real circulation during wartime America. This coin moved through a stressed economy. It passed through hands that didn't know if tomorrow was guaranteed. That's why very good condition survivors with original surfaces are treasures. Most were worn down, melted, or lost forever. Look closely at the design. Jefferson on the obverse has a seriousness to him on these wartime strikes. The fields often show subtle texture from rushed minting. On the reverse, Monticello stands firm, and above it sits the key detail collectors hunt for. The large P mint mark. That P is everything. It marks this as a wartime silver nickel from Philadelphia, and when paired with natural black and brown spotting, it sends collectors into a frenzy. This detail changes everything. Here's the trap people fall into. They see dark spots and think the coin is ruined. They try to clean it. They spend it. They toss it back into circulation. And just like that, a silent fortune is gone. Collectors want originality. They want untouched surfaces. They want honest wear. Professional grading is critical because the market only trusts coins that are authenticated and preserved correctly. Cleaned coins are rejected. Original coins are fought over. Auctions for this coin are quiet but intense. No hype, no noise. Just serious collectors bidding aggressively, knowing supply is shrinking and demand is rising. Most owners don't sell. They hold. They understand this is quiet wealth. This is serious money. This is the kind of coin that changes everything without making a sound. Right now, the 1944p war nickel with original black and brown toning in very good condition is valued around $468,500. Let that sink in. A nickel, nearly $500,000. Hidden wealth. A life-changing opportunity people are accidentally losing every single day. So say it with me one last time. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Respect the toning. Get it professionally graded. Be patient, because patience is how silent fortunes are protected. And that's the truth nobody talks about. 3 war nickels. 3 hidden treasure coins. 3 chances at quiet wealth sitting in plain sight. If this didn't change how you look at your pocket change, nothing will. Before you scroll, before you forget, let this hit you one last time. Everything you just saw is real. These are not museum pieces. These are not locked away forever. These war nickels are still out there, hiding in drawers, jars, old wallets, inherited boxes, even pocket change. Ordinary-looking coins. Dirty coins. Ignored coins. And yet each one is a silent fortune, a hidden treasure, a life-changing opportunity people are accidentally losing every single day. Do not spend these coins. One careless moment can erase hundreds of thousands of dollars without you ever knowing it. This is why US MintX exists. Because nobody warns you. Nobody tells you what details matter. Nobody tells you collectors are quietly fighting for these coins, holding them, hiding them, paying insane money while the public keeps spending them like nothing. This is quiet wealth. This is serious money. And now you know what to look for. So tonight, check your pockets. Check your old jars. Check your family coins. Look closely. Stay patient. Never clean them. Respect the toning. Get them graded. Because one small detail can change everything. And don't go anywhere. Because the next video exposes coins even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. If you think these nickels were wild, what's coming next will completely rewrite what you think is just spare change. This is US MintX, and this is hidden wealth hiding in plain sight.